Welcome to the 2002 off-season for BreakPoint. The big exciting news is we've added our sixth team, the Kentucky Wildcats. So now in the 2003 season, each team will play 5 games. So let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is eliminate 1 year off the contracts. And you can see that with all the coaches, none of them go down to 0. So they'll all still be playing next year in the 2003 season. Next, we're going to go through and do our player updates. So we'll be checking not only the players, but also the coaches and doing the roles on them. We'll do Kentucky at the end when we do all of the teams. So let's get to it. Here we go. And I'm going to go kind of fast on this one, so you're just going to see how things change. And there we have it. Just 2 players have graduated, and they're both on Butler, which is going to make it really tough when we get to the recruiting portion. And now let's do coaches, and we'll roll for the dice for F. Lynn. And it's 6, so that means his coaching skills is up. And now Frank Lynn is now a 4-2. He looks a little bit more advantageous for somebody to pick up here. And maybe Kentucky can lean in that direction. And all right, we're going to move through the rest of them. Keaton, his coaching goes up. That's his recruiting skill. It's actually maxed out at 6. D. Wilson, oh, he actually loses some recruiting, and they need 2 seniors, so that's not good. M. Knowles gets a retirement star, 3 retirement stars, and then he will be eliminated. This will be his last season, so he's got 2 more stars to go. No change on S. Mills. And P. Howard, he hits on his recruiting number as well. So 2 people lose the recruiting. That's going to hurt. All right, let's get to recruiting. Now for 2002, you can see we still have just 4 recruits because we're only missing 2 seniors. And we've adjusted all of these to match the recruiting number of their coaches, which is now 1 through 24. And let's go and fill them out. Indiana gets an F4, Notre Dame with the F4, and then it looks like Butler, they actually hit, so they get that F6, they get the best one, and they needed it, so that's just perfect luck for them. So he will fill in, the F6 will come over here, and that'll be perfect, and keep them still be competitive in this league. Next, Notre Dame with the F4, and they will look, and they will eliminate a senior for a freshman 4. That's a good trade. So I think that's the right option. Next, Indiana, they want an F4. And if we look over at them, they've got their 3 freshmen and a junior. It's actually a smart move to change it out, but I'm going to leave it just because I think it's kind of fun that they've got those 3 freshmen. We're going to see how many championships they can win together instead of kicking one to the curb. So that means that F4 is actually going to fall to Michigan, and Michigan can take a look, and it does look like they have a sophomore, so they'll switch that for an F4. And the last one is an F1, which goes to Michigan on both hands. I don't think I'm going to do 2 schools of the same anymore, but in this case, Michigan is going to get the F1. They're going to look, and there's no spot for it whatsoever, so it's going to fall to Butler, and Butler will win and fill out their line and not have to take the F0, which is pretty good. All right, now we get to the new team, and we're going to go with Kentucky, and I think I'm going to go with a new coach. I'm not going to mess with Lynn, so here he is. He fits, and let's roll for him. 3 on coaching, so not horrible, not great. And his recruiting is a big 6, so that should be great. He'll be as good as Keaton, and that's maxed out on that. Next, here's the team. Doing this with random dice rolls that I'm not showing you, but it's really random. And then from here, his coaching contract for D. Fitz is 2-year contract, which is a pretty good deal. And it looks like next season only S. Mills is going to be up, so they're going to have to choose to stick with him or go with Lynn. And then let's add these all up and get our finals for the 2003 season. And there you have it. Indiana leads the way with 29, followed by Notre Dame and Michigan with 26. Then the other tough Valparaiso with 24. So those are the 4 teams that'll be the favorite. And then Butler and the new team, Kentucky, rounding it out. Here's a quick look at the schedule. And a couple of big games to highlight. Basically, it's going to be between Michigan, Notre Dame, and Indiana is where I see it. So where those teams line up is going to be the best of the games. So I'll see you in the next video, the 2003 BreakPoint regular season.